every so often to see
Hey
what's
everybody,
going
we're now
on and
going to
what
be
the news
joining
is
MKE
with
Now
with
live
this group because
in
it's too
progress.
important
So
locally here
thank you
for us
for putting up
to
with
not be paying attention to
the
that.
little bit of a
So
lag,
thank you
but
for
here
bringing
we
that
go.
to
This
us.
is MKE Now
We
live
have
from
Denise with us.
Wisconsin.
We love
This is
having Denise with us.
Sue
If you want to hop
Roskopf.
on and
Hope you
say
enjoy the
hello
show.
and you can give a introduction of who you are and how we know you and all that fun.
Sure. So I am Denise from New York, Wisconsin. But you know what? I love being here with my Wisconsin family. And we actually met each other through the Happy Neighborhood Project. So, yeah, fun. And my company's name is Live Creatively. And you know what? I named it that because all my life I've been living creatively. I do have a disability, but anything that you can do, if I truly want to do it, I just need to tweak it to work for me. And I help people dream big. I help them figure out what they want, and then I'll strategize with them to make those dreams come true. And yeah, I am looking forward to this big project, looking forward to the meeting on Friday. And I really encourage everyone to come, learn about it, because you never know. You're looking for a job, might even be remote work. You never know. So definitely come on down and hang out with us and learn more. Back to you, Sue.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Denise. You are one of my favorite guests that gets to join us each week here. I love it that you can come on. And speaking of other favorite guests, we've been actually very lucky to have some awesome loyal friends that hang around with us, crazy people here with Ability MKE Now. I know Zach has popped on here as well, and I've got to check in with him to see if Zach Clayton is able to actually come on with us. I know he's in the background. So Zach, if you're able to come on, just go ahead and give us a big shout out. Hello, how are you doing tonight, Zach? Awesome. We are the luckiest ever because we have such awesome people on here. So, and actually, you mentioned Pack Channel. Can you let us tell people what that is? What is the Pack Channel? What is this cool thing that you're talking about? We've met somewhere along the way here. I love that. That's the best attitude ever, because that's what it's all about. And that's one of the things with us, you guys know our passion for adaptive water skiing, and that's something that a lot of people they've never even considered before. They didn't know it was a possibility. And you know, it's a thing that makes people nervous, It's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do what? But we're out there saying, just try, just come on out, stick your toe in the water, do what you're comfortable with. Maybe you're more comfortable being on shore and being a cheerleader for those that are out there. Maybe you want to be the one in the sit ski. Whatever it is that makes you comfortable and challenged and excited and inspired, whatever it is that you're looking for, trying is the key. So you nailed that. I like that. You just never know. Be ready for anything. I love it. Well, I'm so glad you guys are here with us on Ability MKE Now. I have actually a question I wanted to ask you guys tonight. I am curious of, first of all, there's a concept that that is something I hear all the time these days, and that's being a disability advocate or something with along those lines of the terminology kind of things. I want to just ask you guys, first of all, what if you're somebody who's an advocate, if you are, I'm going to throw the question out to you guys. What does that mean to you? What is it if there's somebody in your life that, or you yourself, that is an advocate for somebody who has a disability of whatever that may be? What does that whole concept mean? So for somebody who that's a new thought or a new terminology, what is it, and how would you describe it? Let's start with that. Denise, do you want to start?
So I could start because I do have a disability, but actually I'd love to hear what those who do not have a disability actually think about it. So how about Zach? Do you want to tell me what you think about when you think about disability advocacy?
Zach, do you have a thought on that?
He's thinking.
Oh, so sorry. Sure. As far as the concept of disability advocacy, what does that concept mean to you? What is it? What does that bring to your mind when you hear that? Yeah, I like that because there's a phrase that I've heard over time that you don't know what you don't know, and sometimes that's part of it. So, like you said, somebody who is different from me, I don't know what they're experiencing. I don't know what it's like. They don't know what it's like to be me. It goes both ways, and and that is a key piece, is just to go towards the understanding, to take steps in that direction.
Mhm.
Actually, Kurt, you want to hop in? What are your thoughts when the phrase disability advocacy is being referred to or spoken towards? What does that mean to you?
Well, let me give you the thought of the day. I was talking to one of our friends from Canada, and we were kind of getting deep into it in terms of specifically the disability advocacy, looking at what we've done over a couple of years and thinking about how tough the business of disability advocacy is. And so I find myself in a conversation where even on the Canadian side of things, they recognize how here in the US, we've plummeted. We've taken a nosedive in terms of where we're at in the relationship between the disability community and the community of people that don't have a disability, and for sure with the power players, the people in power to make decisions, to legislate, hire people and stuff like that. So a lot of apathy is settling back in to our culture, and it's being recognized internationally for us here in the United States of America. And I don't know of any exception to here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So to me, disability advocacy is that hard work of bridging the gap between how life works and how life should work, from the perspective of people with disabilities as compared to those that don't. And it's like anything in terms of mitigating circumstances and bridging that gap to build an understanding and to build that unity that Zach was talking about, humanity and the human race, the humankind, and to get us on a level playing field that on the worldwide level, we're just we're just one equally spread group of people around the world. And here in the States, we talk about the bias of a zip code, like it matters where you live, and so disability advocacy has that ever mounting tough task to help people realize how things are not as they appear. I've talked about it in terms of, from my experience, what I had to do in my own brain, 15 years ago, is I said, you know what? It's kind of like driving a car, looking in that rearview mirror and seeing that little descriptor of what you're looking at. And it tells you objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. So when you segregate and you create that stigma and you push off people with disabilities, and by the design of our culture, our customs, and what we carry forward in tradition, and the acumen we have and lack, we push people away. And then it's that, why are we doing that? So you talked about the water ski. We felt that in water ski. Our friend Adam, who helped us start the show, he was told one night, or he wasn't even told one night. He came one night to water ski and he left dry because somebody practiced what I later learned is called microaggression, coming to Kurt Roskopf to determine the outcome of Adam and not even telling Adam what was going on for his night. He had to learn a long time later what really was happening to him. So advocacy, disability advocacy, is that unfortunate field of action and activity that people with disabilities have to really keep telling their story. And we've got a filmmaker in Madison, J-Dog Productions, and there is that film Interdependence. So right on YouTube, right in YouTube, under Interdependence by J-Dog Productions, you can find a very nice piece of exactly what disability advocacy is. And it's our friends right here in the state of Wisconsin saying that there's systemic oppression. And what a great way to demonstrate how that is reality. If you watch Interdependency by J-Dog Productions and you tell me there's not systemic oppression, let's start to find some other professionals to intervene on that conversation, because I'm just hard pressed to understand how people don't see what's close and being practiced every day, and we just accept it, unfortunately, and at great consequence to people's lives. I mean, this makes a real difference to every day for a person, and it's like it doesn't matter when it really does.
Awesome. Denise, I want to toss the ball over your direction, hon. What are your thoughts on this?
Okay, so what I loved hearing is what people who don't have a disability had to say about it. And that's exactly it. There is, for every 5 people that you come across, there's going to be one person in that group that has a disability, whether it's a physical disability like myself or an invisible disability. So when I think about advocacy and advocates, I really think about people like you guys, right? Like, when I first met Kurt, I honestly thought that he was disabled because he spoke so passionately about people with disabilities and advocating for them. I was like, there's no way that he doesn't have a disability. But it's because he realizes the world that we live in, and he wanted to be the one to make the change, right? He wanted to stop being the way he was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, right? And I'm asking everyone here, just decide today that you want to change, that you want to help that person next to you or the next town over, or just whatever. Just be an advocate for those individuals, because the more that we stand together or sit together, the more powerful our voices are going to be. And that's when change really happens. So thank you all for really being there and being our allies.
And yeah, that's one of I think we all can think of a time in our life where you wish somebody had stood up for you, or you wish you felt a need, whatever your situation may have been at that moment. I think we all have gone through times where you really wish somebody could have been there for you to help you through whatever it was. It could be something very personal. It could be something that we all experience, like something you're learning for the first time. What about when you first start out on your own, and do you know everything there is to know about house ownership, or how do you rent a place? How do I do my laundry? How do all these things that you've had help with as you are growing up, and you get to that point where I need to do some of these things for myself. There could be that type of thing. It could be a bullying situation. It could, you name it. We've all been there at some point where you wish somebody had been able to have your back, or just to be able to stand up and be there for you. That, in my mind, that's kind of where this is. It's something where it's like, just take that moment and look outside yourself. Not being so centered on just me. I mean, we got to take care of number one, right? We all have to take care of ourselves, but think beyond yourself. Think about, what does the person next to me need today? Do you see something that you can do or say or be to make something better for them? And it's a choice. I mean, you can take the time to think like that or not. That's a mindset. That's a decision. That's something where we all have that in ourselves and have that ability to do. And that's part of what, with Ability MKE Now, that to me, that's a chunk of this, is just to take, whether it's changing a mindset or just planting that seed of, what does this mean? What can I do? What is there? What's, you guys know what I'm saying? Anyone else want to hop in?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Which is why we need advocates, right? Which is why we need allies. And also reach out to someone, because if, God forbid, we do have a disability, we have an accident, or we just age into disability, right? It is not the end of the world. It just means, like I always say, you just need to tweak things to work for you.
Awesome. Yeah, with what you do with creatively and what that means, we all need to be able to do that. We all can do more, do better, do things that go beyond us. And I guess I just encourage people to have that type of mindset. And I can't thank you guys enough. Kurt, Denise, Zach, you guys are the best. Love having you here. Looking forward to next time. And again, my name is Sue Roskopf, and for Ability MKE Now, we thank you.
Recordings.
All right, Emily. I understand it's hard. I really do. I wish I could make it better, but I just don't know what to say. I mean, I really wish I could do something to make it better, but the only thing, this is the separation is the only thing that's gonna in time make it better. You know, let's work on getting everybody calmed down, and then maybe we can revisit doing things, okay? Hey, now you know better than that.
I know, I do. I totally missed like the first half of what you said.
Well, I'm just saying right now, I understand it's painful. You've been part of it. And I wish I could do something to take away that hurt. I really do. But for right now, let's just do what we're doing. Let's just work on getting us to where we need to be. Let's let the temperature in the room get back to some facsimile of normal. And then maybe we can revisit getting you back into everything else, okay? Everything that is gone is nothing's forever, okay? Just remember that. Nothing's forever. Nothing has to be forever. Let's look at it like, you know what, right now we just need to take a timeout. Okay? I'm doing my best to try to get it to where, I'm trying to get it to where nobody gets ultra screwed. But unfortunately, everybody's going to lose a little something,
Oh yeah, I know.
And if I could do anything to where that's not the way it is, I would. But right now, sweetie, I just don't know what else to do. Because the longer that you and Kurt are together in the same room, things are just going to keep getting worse. So let's do the thing of let's just engage separation right now. Make sure that everybody, like I said, takes their temperature down. Gets us to where not everybody. Every time you guys see each other, you just want to go. Ugh! And once we do that, maybe we can get you back where you want to be. Okay. But for now, I need your help. So don't go anywhere, damn it. I need your help.
Well, I wasn't planning on it.
Well, that's good. That's good. So, but all right.
The situation in general is hard. The situation in general is kind of hard.
Oh, I know. But all right, sweetie. Well, my dinner's ready and I'm exhausted. and don't feel great. And we're live right now.
I know, I just realized that too.
Goodbye, everybody.